dahi jamana कहते हैं, is very common in Indian kitchens. Yet us expats, call us fish out of water, find it really daunting and can't get homemade dahi right.
Why is that? Our mothers, grandmothers back home make it look so simple and yet we struggle. I hear so many people saying that nahi yaar, dahi nahi jamta theek se.
Well, there are a few variables and we'll discuss them today. For a few years, Sakshi and I have been making dahi at home. And I think we might have found the trick to getting it right.
And we wrote a detailed article in 2018 about the secret to making perfect homemade dahi.
It comes up a lot in searches and gets a lot of messages, so people are finding it useful.
So here are top 5 tips that you can use to make better dahi at home that's luscious and creamy and not slimy or stringy. Tip number 1, milk. Milk is the MVP here. It is only one of 2 ingredients, so make sure that you get the best. But how do we define the best kind of milk?
The best milk is fresh and has a fat content of at least 2%. Read the labels and you'll find the fat percentage there.
Avoid using milk that is labeled as ultra low fat or double toned. Next, try to avoid UHT milk that comes in Tetra packs, since that has little or minimal bacteria needed for the culture to thrive.
Okay, so now that you have the best quality milk at hand, what's next?
Tip number 2, boil it. No excuses here. Boiling the milk is really important to make good dahi.
Once you heat milk to 95 degrees Celsius or 203 degrees Fahrenheit, it boils and kills any bacteria that is undesirable for the dahi making process. Sorry, but no shortcuts here. You can't microwave the milk. Microwaving heats it very unevenly, so you won't reach the desired temperature or kill off these unwanted bacteria. Back to basics. Get a pan, put milk in it and boil it like everybody did back home.
Tip number 3, let the milk cool to the right temperature. What is the right temperature? How do you check?
Well, the simplest way to do this is to dip your finger in the milk.
If it's scalding hot, the milk needs to cool down. We need lukewarm milk, a little above your body temperature, about 103 degrees Fahrenheit or 38 degrees centigrade if you want to use a thermometer.
Don't have a thermometer?
Or like me, you forgot where it is in the drawer? Use the trusty finger.
Number 4, mix in the jar. Once milk is ready, it's time to mix in the culture, jug or jam as it's known in our homes. Know another name for it? Definitely tell us.
Are you struggling to find good khatta from the neighborhood auntie? No worries. Start with jag from the Greek yogurt or plain, preferably high-fat yogurt that you get in cups at the store.
For 3 to 4 cups of milk, you'll need a tablespoon of jag. Go up by 1 teaspoon for every additional cup. Mix it well. Use a whisk and don't hesitate to break it.
We add a pinch of sugar too, although this is optional.
You can do this in the vessel in which you want to ultimately set your yogurt. That's what I do. Or you can also just let it cool in the patila you used and then add the jug, whisk it and finally pour it to your final vessel of choice. Both things work well. All you need to now do is let the jar work its magic. It's all about time and patience from here on.
Tip number 5, the environment. Leave it alone in peace.
Ideally in a warm cave-like place that will remain undisturbed for 3 to 4 hours and even overnight. If you have an oven, warm it up for a minute, turn it off and that's your spot. Or use a pantry shelf that will remain quiet and undisturbed.
Bacteria works faster in a warm environment.
Yogurt always takes its own sweet time to set, so don't be in a hurry. You could begin the process in the evening and leave it overnight and find perfectly set yogurt in the morning.
That works for Kanika, not so much for me. I put it in the oven and it was fine. Finally, patience and practice. Keep on going. That's the one most important thing you can do. It's not something, setting dahi is not something we do once in a while. It's a thing that one does almost every 2-3 days or once a week, depending on how much yogurt you eat. So keep going, don't give up, and don't forget to keep a bit of khatta from the new batch that you made. And that's it, that's all you need.
We hope you find these tips a good starting point to making better dahi at home. If you've got more questions, leave them in the comments below.
And don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.